The rain fell harder than his tears. Daniel stood on the sidewalk, his uniform soaked, his termination letter crushed in his trembling hand. Just hours ago, he was a man with a stable job, dreams of saving for a better life. Now, he was the security guard who broke the rules for a stranger. He looked back once more at the hospital entrance where it all began, where one act of compassion had cost him everything. But what he didn't know was that the universe had already started weaving something extraordinary for him. A story where kindness would return in ways he could never imagine. It was an ordinary Tuesday at St. Mary's Hospital. Daniel worked as a night security guard, earning just enough to cover rent for his small apartment and send a little money to his mother, who lived alone in another city. Life wasn't easy, but Daniel had learned to live with quiet dignity. That night, around 2 a.m., the hospital corridors were silent except for the hum of fluorescent lights. Daniel was sipping from his thermos when he noticed movement near the glass doors. Through the heavy rain, he saw a woman, drenched, barefoot, and holding her swollen belly. She looked terrified. Without thinking, Daniel rushed outside, shielding her with his jacket. "Ma'am, are you all right? You shouldn't be out in this weather." Her lips trembled. "Please, I need help. My baby, it's coming. They wouldn't let me in without ID. I lost everything. Please." Daniel's training told him to follow rules. No entry without identification or pre-approval after midnight. But her face, pale, scared, desperate, shattered all protocol in his heart. He guided her inside, ignoring the warning on the security system. "You're safe now," he whispered, helping her to a bench. Minutes later, a nurse ran in, shocked. "Daniel, what did you do?" "She's not cleared. She's in labor," Daniel said firmly. "We don't have time for forms." The nurse hesitated but then called for the emergency team. Within moments, the woman was wheeled into the maternity ward. Daniel exhaled, his heart pounding. He knew he'd broken the rules, but for the first time in a long time, it felt right. Hours later, when his shift ended, the head of security called him in. "Daniel," his supervisor said coldly, "you let an unauthorized person in. That's a breach of hospital policy. You're dismissed, effective immediately." Daniel's voice cracked. "Sir, she was giving birth. She needed help. Rules are rules." And that was it. No compassion, no understanding. Just a man fired for doing what was human. He walked out into the rain, his badge stripped away, but his heart strangely light, because somewhere in that hospital, a baby had taken its first breath because he chose kindness over compliance. The following weeks were a storm of hardship. Daniel searched endlessly for work, warehouses, night shifts, delivery jobs, but no one wanted to hire a man terminated for misconduct. His savings ran dry, and the landlord's patience thinned. Nights became colder, and the silence in his empty room louder. Sometimes he questioned himself, was it worth it? Then he'd remember the woman's face, her gratitude, her tears, and he'd whisper, yes. It was. One afternoon, Daniel stood in a park feeding pigeons with the last bit of bread he had. He saw a little girl chasing after a red balloon that slipped from her tiny hands. It floated away, landing near him. When he handed it back, the girl smiled and said, "Thank you, mister." Her mother approached, carrying groceries. "Thank you for catching that," she said, smiling warmly. Daniel nodded, about to walk away when she asked softly, "You look tired. Are you all right?" He hesitated, embarrassed. "Just looking for work, ma'am. Times are rough." Something flickered in her eyes. Empathy, deep and genuine. "My husband runs a small community center. He's looking for someone to help with maintenance and security. Would you be interested?" Daniel's chest tightened. "Yes, I'd be grateful." The next day, he started at the community center, a humble place filled with laughter, children, and people trying to rebuild their lives. Daniel worked hard, fixing things, keeping the place safe, and offering quiet smiles to everyone who walked through the door. For the first time since losing his job, he felt needed again. But destiny wasn't done. One afternoon, as he helped repair a playground bench, he heard a soft voice behind him. "Daniel?" He turned and froze. It was her, the woman from that stormy night. She stood there, holding a small boy's hand. Her eyes filled with tears. "I never got to thank you," she said. "You saved both our lives." The woman's name was Emily. She told him her story, how she'd fled an abusive home, homeless and alone, carrying a child she feared she couldn't protect. That night, when Daniel helped her, He didn't just save her baby. He saved her faith in humanity. She had since rebuilt her life. A charity organization had taken her in, and now she worked helping other single mothers find shelter and safety. "I've been looking for you," Emily said softly. "I never forgot your face. When I heard about this community center, I felt I'd find you here." Tears welled in Daniel's eyes. "I didn't do anything special," he murmured. "Yes, you did," she smiled. "You gave me hope when I had none." Over time, Daniel and Emily grew close. He became like an uncle to her son, teaching him how to ride a bike and helping at the shelter where Emily worked. His kindness, once punished, now became the foundation of countless new beginnings for others. 1 year later, the mayor invited him to an awards ceremony honoring ordinary citizens with extraordinary hearts. Daniel stood on stage as Emily shared their story, how a fired security guard became a guardian angel. As applause filled the hall, Daniel looked at Emily and whispered, "I lost my job, but I found my purpose." The universe had indeed repaid him, not with money, but with meaning, love, and the proof that kindness never dies, it multiplies. Moral of the story: one selfless act of kindness can turn a life around, and sometimes it's the beginning of your own redemption.